Okay, guys, so let's proceed today's session. Today we'll discuss one new topic, that is exception handling. Okay, so our today topic name is exception handling. Okay, guys, let's see exception handling. Okay, so guys, so tell me what is exception? Any idea? So exception, guys, nothing. Okay, remember nothing exception. So exception is any mistake. Okay, any your side mistake, any programmatical side mistake, think always gets in our real world thing. Okay, real world thing means exception, we can say. Let's you are traveling, okay, from Bangalore to Hyderabad. Okay, in between your train having some issue, so that's why in between somewhere like any station. Okay, like you think Guntur. Okay, you assume in Guntur station your train is some issue is there, so train will not go forward, means train will not reach Hyderabad. So in that time, what happened, how you will be handling that exception? Exception doesn't mean we are waiting for same train. Okay, we should be catch another train, we should be catch by bus, we should be take some other way, then you can reach your rest of journey. Okay, this is called exception handling. Okay, so think one thing, exception doesn't mean to waiting that one, so we should be provide always alternate way to continue the rest of the position or rest of the our way. Okay, so in our normal way, I can say exception is a unwanted event, okay, that disturb normal flow of execution. Okay, guys, so if somebody is asking, so you can give first real world example. Okay, then you can give in technical example. Okay, both example I'll provide, both definition I'll provide in exception, so you can always represent in real world things, then always, then after that you can represent our technical things, then interviewer will be happy. Okay, because this guy it's actually know the real concept of exception. Okay, guys, so I'm writing its definition first. So let's writing its definition. So we can say what is the exception? An unwanted event, in unwanted. Okay, guys, an unwanted event that disturb that disturb normal, sorry, normal normal flow of execution. Okay, that disturb normal flow of execution. Okay, so what exception? An unwanted event that disturb normal flow of execution. We should be provide any alternative way to continue our rest of the execution. We should be provide, okay, we should be provide any alternative way, any any alternative way to continue the rest of the execution, to continue the rest of the execution, rest of the, okay, guys, to continue that rest of the execution. So this is, guys, real world example, means what? an unwanted event. Okay, event means any program. Okay, in any execution. Okay, an unwanted event that disturb normal flow of execution. Okay, we should be provide alternative way to continue the rest of the execution. Okay guys, so then you can give here one example. So example also we can provide here, like you are traveling home. If somebody asking, okay, you can, if you explain this example also, you'll be better happy. Okay, you should be provide its example, like you are traveling from Bangalore to Hyderabad. In between somewhere, so like Guntur station or any station you can represent. So any station, your train having some issue, that's why your train will not proceed forward. Okay, so in that time we are not waiting for that same train, we should be take some other train, we should be take by bus, we should be take any alternate way to continue the rest of the execution, that to continue your execution means to you should be reaching your destination. So that is called exception handling. Okay, so then you can giving here that example, like example guys, I already told you should remember that one. So like you are traveling for Bangalore. Okay, Bangalore to where? Bangalore to Hyderabad. Okay, Hyderabad. Okay, so in between, then you can write here any, I'm writing it's only the, it's short form, you can write its example. Okay, you are traveling from Bangalore to Hyderabad. In between, okay, in between somewhere like Guntur station. Okay, like Guntur station, some issue is there. So you can just represent this example. The interviewer will be happy. Okay. So then, guys, in technically, what is called exception? Okay. Okay. So this is in technically, guys. In exception, we are calling exception is a instance of. Okay, exception is a instance of java.lang.throwable implementation class. Okay, guys, we can say exception is a instance of java.lang.throwable class. Okay, in technically, in technically, technically. So I will tell you guys. So what is throwable? Everything I will be explain. No worry for that. But just understand its definition. Then when I will be explain, so in that time you will be get more clarity. Okay, in technically, we can say we can we can say exception is a instance of. Okay, instance means that's what object. Okay, exception is a instance of java dot throwable. Okay, throwable class. Basically it's happening logical mistake of in our program. Okay, so we can say basically it's happening basically it's happening logical logical mistake. Okay, mistake of our program. Okay, basically it's happening logical mistake of our program, guys. So now I think you clear. So by real real life example. Okay, by its technical. Okay, by its Java example. So I think you all are clear. So technically is what? So we can say exception is a instance of java.lang.throwable class. So basically it's happening logical mistake of our program. Okay guys, so we need to defining. Okay, we need to defining how are the exception is there. Okay, so what is the structure is there, guys? Remember one thing. So like, so parent is, we can say in diagrammatical, if I represent, then you people get more clarity. Okay. So let's get, so I represent that one in diagrammatically, then you people get more clarity. So let me open paint. Okay. So let's guys. So I need to create here. Look here. So I need to create here few things. So like you can create. Okay. Then I'm creating like this. Okay. Then here also I'm creating like this one box. Okay. Then here also like this creating one box. Okay. Here also like this creating one box. Look there guys. So I'm writing here. So what is its structure I'm writing. Okay. It's architecture I'm writing. Look how is it. So let's first is guys parent. Okay. All exception parent is, we can say, throwable. Okay. Throwable is a class, guys. It is a parent, all the exception. Okay. Then left side is present. We can say one thing is there. Like error is one thing is there. Okay. Okay. Error is there. Don't then assume exception is there. Okay. Error and exception, guys, two separate things. Okay. Exception. Sorry. So okay. So exception. Okay. One is throwable, then error exception. Okay. Here is, we can say, this is runtime exception. Runtime exception. Exception, guys, I'm writing short form. EXC. Okay. Runtime exception. Here is present what? Here is present, right? We can say which type of exception? Direct exception. Okay. Direct exception. Okay, guys. So look, it's architecture. Look how is it looking. Okay. So let's. Here is parent is what? Parent is completely throwable. Okay, parent class. Okay. Then throwable having two child. First type of child. Okay, two soft type is there. One is error. Then another is, guys, exception. Okay, two child is there initially. One is error, second is exception. Guys, in exception also having two child. One is runtime exception, another is direct exception. Okay, direct class of exception. So look, it is architecture. Okay, we can say it will be diagrammatically of exception. So error under having few exception are there, like assertion. Sorry, a few error is there like assertion error. Okay, so out of memory error. So then stack overflow error. So multiple error is there in Java. Okay, it's an example, guys. If I represent here, if a example, just assume. So I'm writing also. So you can say assertion error. Assertion error. Okay, assertion error one, we can say. Then another thing we can say what? So out of memory, out of memory, out of memory error. Okay, out of memory error, we can say. Then another thing is, we can say, guys, what? So stack overflow error. Okay, so like stack overflow, stack overflow error. Okay, stack overflow error. So like this thing is there in error example. Then guys, runtime error. Runtime error example is what, guys? So runtime error example is you all are know. Like what? Null pointer exception, arithmetic exception, array index out of bound exception, string index out of bound exception. So multiple exception is there. So guys, I'm giving just few example. Okay. So like arithmetic exception, arithmetic exception. Okay, arithmetic exception we can say. Then another thing we can say what? So another thing we can say our null pointer exception. Okay, null pointer exception. Then multiple thing is there like array index out of bound exception. So multiple exception is there. So then here is we can say direct class of exception. Direct class of exception also there. Class not found exception. Okay. So class not found exception is we can say class not found exception. Okay, class not find exception. Class not find. Okay. Class not find exception. Okay, class not find exception. Then we can say SQL exception. Okay, SQL exception. Then somebody telling servlet exception, multiple exception is there. Just understand, guys, it's hierarchy. Okay. So first it's always if somebody asking what is the parent of all the exception, you can say in that time that is throwable. Okay, it's two child is there. One is error, another is exception. Okay, exception having two child. Okay, one is runtime exception, another is direct class of exception. Okay, guys. So all are clear or any doubt? Okay, it's same as inheritance chapter. Not inheritance chapter, but you can understand. So like this is inheritance relation is there. Okay, but exception is separate chapter, but it's having inheritance relation. Okay, okay. Then proceed. So guys, so diagrammatically, I think you all are understood. Okay. Then here, what we'll do? Then we need to represent here. Okay, so how is it working? So let's guess. So I need to writing also some hierarchy also here, then people get more clarity. So we can say in exception, when you explaining exception, you can say in that time throwable. Okay, throwable, throwable is the parent. Okay, is the parent of all exception. Okay, all exception. Okay, this point also you can represent. Okay, then exception you can represent. Then throwable is divided into two parts. One is error, another is exception. Okay, we can represent throwable. Okay, throwable like as what I explained in diagrammatical. Same thing I representing in theory. If you remember this diagram, then you can explain easily this concept. Okay, throwable is parent of all exception. Okay, throwable having initially two subtype. Okay, two subtype. Okay, throwable having initial two subtype. One is two subtype. Okay, first one is guys error. Okay, first one is error. Then second one is what? Second one is exception. So guys, so we need to discuss what is error and what is exception, right? So next thing is discussing what is error and what is exception. So we need to discuss first error. So error guys, when happening error, so if any logical mistake, okay, if any issue rise in our jvm logic, okay, if any issue rise in our jvm logic, so in this time will be get error. We can say guys, if any issue rise in our jvm, so in that time you will be getting error. So represent its definition also, represent what is error. If problem, okay, if problem occurs, if problem occurs jvm, if problem occurs under jvm, under jvm, then if problem occurs under jvm logic, you can say under jvm logic, then you will, okay, then you will get, then you will get error. Okay, so guys, now clear. If problem occurs, if any problem, you can say if any problem occurs under jvm logic, then you will get error. Okay, then you will get error. Okay, if somebody asking what is error, if any problem occur under jvm logic, then you will get error. So like its example guys, I'm providing. Okay, example, let's guys assume in our jvm, okay, under having heap area, okay, in our heap area, if doesn't have any single memory, so in that time what happened, so when we are creating object, we'll be getting problem, no? Yes or no? If let us or no, nothing, don't think about heap area, normal thing. Okay, so normal thing means let take your phone. Okay, in that phone, if your phone having that, your phone doesn't have any sufficient storage, so if you try to add, if you try to download one film, but your phone having let um, like 500 MB, okay, 500 MB storage is remaining, but you try to download one film directly, what, 1 GB, okay, 1 GB memory film, okay, in that time what happened, in that time if you download, then some error, okay, some or error is occur, okay, that error is memory problem error. Yes or no? Because your phone doesn't have sufficient storage if you storing something, but in that time you should be have that storage. Yes or no? So that's why you are unable to download. So then guys, so currently jvm also facing same problem. If jvm does not have sufficient memory, if you try to create object, so in that time what happen, in that time you'll be getting issue, okay, in that time you'll be getting error. So that error guys called out of memory error. Okay, out of memory error, remember. So here I discuss also in diagrammatically out of memory error. Let's guys, so example, here I'm telling, if you explain also, okay, if, okay, if inside jvm heap area doesn't have memory, if inside jvm heap area, okay, heap area doesn't have, doesn't have sufficient memory, okay, doesn't have sufficient memory, if you try to create object, if you try to create object, then you will be get what, out of memory, error. Okay, you will be then if you try to create object, then you will get out of memory. Okay, out of memory error. Okay, then you will be get out of memory error. Let's one more example also. I'll provide if our stack area, okay, if doesn't have sufficient memory, okay, so in that time also you'll be getting the stack overflow error. So guys, so now one thing you clear now, what is error? So what is error? So when you'll be getting error, so all those things you clear. Then guys, so I'm discussing here exception. Okay, what is exception, guys? Exception, if somebody directly gets asking question, so you can exception purpose you can explain these many things. Okay, you can explain these many things, but here also I'm giving some definition, or here also I'm giving some example also. If problem occurs our program logic, then you will be get exception, guys. Okay, if same problem, guys, same definition, if any problem occurs in our program, if in our program, then you will you will get exception. Okay, guys, if here is problem occur under jvm logic, here is problem occur our program logic. Okay, problem occur our program logic. There are two things, guys, our program logic and jvm logic. Jvm logic purpose will be getting, we can say that is error, and program logic purpose we can say that is exception. Only two difference, nothing else. Okay, so then we can say if you try to operate, okay, any null data. Okay, if you try to perform any null data operation, then you will be getting what? Then you will be getting our null pointer exception. Its example. Okay, if you if you operating if you operating any operation, if you operating any operation taking by taking null data by taking null data, then you will get null pointer exception. Okay, guys, then you will be getting null pointer exception. Null data means that's nothing. Okay, zero separate thing, guys, null separate thing. Yes or no? So zero we can say separate thing, null is separate thing. Okay, so let's I'm telling, so null basically we are representing as a object type. Okay, it doesn't have any specific type. Guys, I told also that thing in our literal chapter. So what is null? Okay, so no worry for that. Okay, if you operating any operation by taking null data, then you will be get null pointer exception. This is called, guys, what? Exception. Okay, then as per our hierarchy, guys, exception is what? So exception is having two subtype. Yes or no? Yes, it's having two subtype. One is direct exception, one is runtime exception, we can say. One is direct class of exception, another is runtime of exception. Okay, runtime exception means catch what? Okay, two things is there. So runtime exception and direct class of exception. Okay, we can say checked exception or unchecked exception. Okay, runtime operation means guys, I'm writing here, focus here. Two type of exception is there. Exception having two subtype. It having two subtype. Okay, subtype. If having two subtype, we can say what is its two subtype. First one is guys, you all are know as per our diagram. So what is that? So it's runtime exception. Okay, runtime exception. Then second one is guys what? Second one is direct exception. Okay, direct exception. Direct exception. Okay, runtime exception and direct exception we can say. So guys, what is runtime exception? Runtime exception means guys, at the time of compilation, we will not get any issue. Okay, we will not get any issue. It will be problem occur our logic. Okay, we can say problem occur our logic, but at the time of compilation, we will not getting any issue. When we'll be running the data in the time of we'll be getting some issue. Remember guys, compilation and running. Runtime means what? Runtime means compilation time will not getting any issue. We'll be getting that issue when at the time of runtime. Okay guys, so we can say runtime exception means exception occur in our program logic. You can exception handle or not handle, there is no problem. Okay, so we can say its definition also if people get more clarity. Exception exception occurs in our program logic. Okay, you know, its example exception occur in our program logic. So it will be handle or not handle, it will not giving any issue. But in the time of direct exception, you should be handle that exception, otherwise you will not running in your application, you will not compiling in your application. Okay, so we can say here, so directly runtime exception is exception occur in our program logic, same definition. Okay, but difference is if you handle or not handle, it will not having any issue. Okay, if you handle means it will be good, it will be good way to processing. Okay, but okay, I'm writing here if you will get more clarity. If you if you handle, okay, what is handling, so like that things guys I'm telling later, no worry. So just focus, it's some definition, some theoretical things. Okay, if you handle, if you handle or not handle, if you handle or not handle, there is there is no problem, there is no problem, but handling is good approach. But handling, okay, but but exception handling, okay, but exception handling is good approach. Okay, but exception handling is good approach. Sorry guys, so what, how exception will be handled, so everything I will be telling. So it takes some time, noise for that. Before that, you should be clear that one. Remember this point. Okay, here is must be handled. Okay, must be handled, otherwise you will not compile. Okay, must be handled. Handle this type of exception. Ex- this type of, okay, exception. Otherwise otherwise you will not, okay, otherwise you will not compile also. Okay guys, so two things you clear. Then guys, we can say compile time exception and runtime, sorry, checked exception and unchecked exception. We can say same exception things. Okay, we can two terminology, we can say. Actually somebody asking no, in interview they will asking, so what is checked exception, what is unchecked exception? So two terminology also there. So look here. Oh, what is checked exception and what is unchecked exception? Same thing guys. Checked exception. Checked exception and unchecked exception. Checked exception means the exception. Okay, the exception checked by compiler. Okay, the exception checked by compiler is called checked exception. Okay, guys, is called checked exception. Okay, you must be handled by using try or catch keyword or using throws keyword. You must be, okay, you must be handle handle it by using try catch, okay, try catch keyword or try catch by using try catch or throws throws keyword. Okay, you must be handled by using try catch keyword or throws keyword. Okay, this is second exception. Its example I can say, okay, example I can say that is what, class not find, okay, exception. Okay, class not find exception. Okay, then unchecked exception. Same guys, same runtime and direct class exception also there. So checked and unchecked exception, but just terminology purpose, interviewer asking purpose, I'm representing this. Okay, this checked. Okay, this unchecked exception. So what is unchecked exception, guys? So unchecked exception means that exception not checked by compiler. It's right, it's exactly alternate things. Okay, that exception, that exception, okay, that exception not checked by, okay, not checked by compiler. Okay, that exception not checked by compiler is called, is called unchecked. Okay, is called unchecked exception. It's depend upon you. Either you should be handle or not handle. It will not giving any problem. Okay. If you handle or not handle, it will not giving any problem. We can say same thing as if you handle or not handle, it's not giving any problem. It's example, guys. I can say what? It's example. I can say null pointer exception. Okay, but handling is good approach. So how exception will be handled? So everything I'll be telling us. No worry for that. So guys, so up to this theory clear or not? All those theory what I discussed, what I wrote here. Okay, everything is in interview question. Okay, so exception, error, exception, then runtime exception, direct class exception, then checked exception, unchecked exception. So everything guys. So everything interview question. All are interview question. All are clear or any doubt? Up to this, only theoretical part guys I discussed, not discussed programmatical part. All are clear or not? Guys, please confirm if all are clear or not. Okay guys, so if you are not telling anything means by default you all are clear. Okay, so let's guess. So one more many things are there like try, catch, throw, throws. So all keyword you know, no? So in the time of keyword session, I discussed that is what. So in exception related keyword like try, catch, final, throw, throws. Remember or not, guys? Basically, when we are implementing that exception, no, we are following these many keyword. Okay, so exception require keyword, guys. Keyword. Exception required keyword means what? Exception required keyword is try. Okay. Is one keyword, then catch. Okay. Try, catch, finally. Okay. Try, catch, finally. Then throw. Then throws. Okay. Basically, we are using most of this keyword. Then one more Java 7 introduced, that is try with research concept, that is separately. Okay guys, so these many keyword basically we are using in exception chapter. Okay, so guys, this many theory please remember, then you people get more clarity. Okay, so mostly we are taking one more, yeah, one more class, it will be finishing. So before that guys, I'm introducing here try keyword and catch keyword and final keyword. Okay, what are the using? Okay, what are the use in try keyword and catch keyword and final keyword? Remember guys, so look guys, so like this. So theoretical part today discussing. So try keyword means here is containing any logic guys. If some logic, if you thinking there will be chance to getting any exception, okay, that logic only you can represent here. Okay, we can say that is risky core. Okay, risky. Okay, risk core means guys what? So if any logic, there there may be chance to get exception. Okay, there may be chance to get exception. You can represent on the try block. Okay, guys. So that thing you can represent on the try block. Okay, this is its syntax. Okay, then catch block. Catch block what will represent, so we can represent catch block like this, and we can represent exception. Okay, we can represent exception, any exception guys. Okay, you can represent exception like this. Then you can represent under catch block its handling. Okay, its handling core, here is there present in risky core, here present in handling core. Handling core. Okay, what is handling code, guys? So handling code means, so it will be giving instruction. Okay, instruction you people get. So like this problem is there. Okay, it will giving instruction. Okay, we can say it will giving instruction. Instruction. Okay, that code you patch, you can represent there. Then guys, so finally, okay, finally one block is there. That block containing which code? That block containing one special code. Okay, so cleanup code, we can say that block containing cleanup code. Cleanup code means final block is, there is one merit is there. So either, look guys, if exception is not rise, okay, then this catch block is not execute. Okay, if exception is rise, then try block will not execute, catch block is execute. But remember, finally block is execute every time, either exception rise or not rise. If you want to represent some message or like that, you can represent that thing as a final block. So later guys I'm telling, so what is its use also. So every keyword I'm telling. So then throw keyword and throws keyword, so many thing is there. So before that actually programmatical things required. Okay, so today guys almost 11:21. Okay, today almost 11:21. Today we take small session. So let's catch. So programmatical things we'll discuss tomorrow. Must be tomorrow. I'll be finished. If some little amount of remaining, it will be finished day after tomorrow. Exception handling tomorrow, day after tomorrow will be complete that one. Okay. Before that, guys, please practice and remember this all this theory. All those theory are very very important. Okay. So let's I'm dropping here. So let's see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be connect 10 a.m. Okay, in our regular time. Okay, guys, then you can drop.